Alright, hello there everyone, this is Kingdom again, bringing you another game from the Alienware Arena Invitational Tournament. This is, once more, round of 32, match between GloryPushMid and Turn of Fate. Game 3. Right now, see some pretty cool picks going on. Right, to start out with Lifestealer again, picked up by Turn of Fate, as well as the Bat Rider. They've really been liking that Bat Rider a lot. Although it looks, actually, now that they've got the Enigma, it looks like they're going to run that Bat Rider as a solo mid now, and not as a jungler like they have the past two games. Lifestealer again, picked up for Giggles with Muffin, and that really did work out for them pretty well in Game 1. And also worked out pretty well for GloryPushMid in Game 2. Lifestealer, just a really strong hero. He's going to have that magic immunity, a lot of beatdown damage. Giggles will probably go for his standard Basher first after an Armlet, which is a pretty cool build. Although GloryPushMid already has some pretty strong heroes to deal with it. Sven right click, of course, goes through BKB just because it's right click and it does freak tons of damage. And then Beastmaster's got his Roar to help control the Lifestealer. Really good pick up there. I like that pick. Not a very traditional first round pick, typically saved for that last round, but I really think that it's a good decision here. So Enigma. Also, I really do like the Enigma pickup. With the Enigma Tidehunter, you've got so much crowd control, so much team fight ability that it's going to be difficult for GloryPushMid to get anything going, really. Even through BKB, that Black Hole will cut through that Sven pretty quickly, especially with the Lifestealer beating on him. And moreover, you've also got that Bat Rider Lasso. So, although all the lockdown, I guess, is ultimate and fairly long cooldown, it's a lot of lockdown for one team fight. So that Lasso to catch someone out pretty quickly, and then you follow it up with the Black Hole, followed up with the Ravage. It's going to be a pretty seriously strong combo. Viper is picked up by GPM. So I think I've seen them run this before. Very strong solo mid hero. Gives a lot of... I mean, he just does a lot of right-click damage in addition to also dealing a lot of damage over time, which works out pretty well in combination with the Sven, and he just kills, like, as soon as someone gets a little bit low health, he kills them. Very strong ganking hero, and also a lot of magic immunity. We see the Disruptor is the final pickup for Turn of Fate, so that's going to be a pretty strong pickup that's going to set up, I guess, a tri-lane then with the Disruptor, the Lifestealer, Tide. No, actually it's going to be a Disruptor, Lifestealer, and then Enigma in the jungle, Tidehunter, off lane, Bat Rider, again, chilling in that mid lane. So, you're going to do the Tidehunter off lane again. They've run that 3 games, this will be the 3rd game in a row in this match that Turn of Fate have run that hero. So, we're waiting for really GloryPushMid to pick up one more support for their tri-lane. Beastmaster's going to be that off lane hero. Viper, of course, in the solo mid slot, unless they want to run a dual lane with the Viper, but I really think that's a bad idea. I mean, he really needs a lot of experience quickly, so I think Viper should do pretty well against Bat Rider. Doombringer, okay. That's not what I was expecting. So, was that a support Doom? Is that a jungle Doom? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. I mean, he's got really lots of farm potential, lots of high DPS potential if he gets one of those Alpha Wolf and some farm. He's got, as a support hero, he offers you an extra stun, which he gets from devouring a Centaur. He gives you the Doom, obviously, and Level Death is a pretty good nuke. Just going to need some mana regeneration. I guess you can play that. It's a little weird, and I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do this. My guess is that they're going to put him in the jungle with Devour, see if they can get a quick Midas on him, get a lot of farms. This means that GloryPushMid has kind of got a greedy lineup. There's 3 very farm-dependent heroes there in the Sven, the Viper, and the Doombringer. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Oh, well, so we'll have to see how they decide to lane it. That's really what I'm confused about, is the laning. I mean, they can go 2-1-2, I guess. Alright, at any rate, let's go ahead and introduce these players. We've got Nurikut again on that Leshrac, playing that again, I think, for the 3rd game in a row. Wave of Mutilation on that off-lane Beastmaster. Doomsday, Captain, on top of the Sven. Shawnee is going to be playing the Doombringer, and Smog on that solo mid Viper. So, yeah, it looks like Doombringer is headed over there. It looks like he might be... No, he doesn't have... He's only got 1 Clarity Potion, so... Doesn't have a stout shield. I guess he might be going into the jungle. I mean, it's a little weird. A little abnormal. We're on the bottom line here. We're going to go ahead and talk about the Radiant heroes. We've got Giggles Muffin on that trademark Lifestealer static, playing up this Enigma, and Kikwan on the Tidehunter. Once again, 3rd time in a row playing that hero. So we'll see PN, solo mid Disruptor, which I really like solo mid Disruptor. He gets played as a tri-lane support a lot, and I really feel it doesn't give him enough levels to really shine. Like, he still does a lot of work as a support, but as a solo mid, he's just does so much work, and he really should have a pretty easy time against the Viper. I mean, he's got an innate escape mechanism built into the Glimpse and Kinetic Field. He's got pretty solid lane control with Thunderstrike. You know, solo mid position, Thunderstrike is just a very strong laning spell. You're going to force Viper back, potentially force him to take some early points into his corrosive skin to get up that magic resistance. And then on the long lane, we're going to have Devdis on this Bat Rider, so long lane Bat instead of a jungle Bat this time. So instead we've got the jungling Enigma, and he should be able to do this pretty well. This is, again, the second time in a row this ward right here has been just completely baffling. K-Quan just does not know where it is, can't get to it. Maybe if he gets lucky and eats the right tree, he'll find it, but he really doesn't know. It's it's tough. Again, I think even this might be blocking off the mid camp for Enigma, so that might not be the best position. We'll find out, though. Not really sure. Go ahead and start to take a look at the mid lane, see how this works out, because I think this is going to be pretty important to how the game progresses. If PN's able to handle this mid lane fairly well and slow the Viper down, I think it's going to be pretty important. I mean, Viper's a really hard hero to slow down because that Nether Toxin is just such a strong last hitting ability. We'll see some Thunderstrike going down just to harass, keep him low, but it's going to be a little bit rough until Disruptor gets that bottle, and once he gets the bottle, he'll really be able to lay down some harass for serious. On the top lane, Devnis ought to have an okay time. You've got Doom in the jungle is not really a very strong hero, so with his range, he's just got to watch out, not get storm bolted while Doom comes over with like a creep stun. That would really be the end of him. It looks like Doom's going to be pulling in the early game, using Devour every time it's off cooldown. He's got a tornado actually at the moment. That's wonderful. Have fun with that, Doom. But he's going to be jungling it up. He's going to be pulling onto this easy camp, just taking a ton of fire from these creeps. They're just not liking him. Those range creeps, of course, just have a thing for focusing you instead of the creeps you're trying to tank with. Bottom lane, K-Quan has found himself an illusion room. He's going to use that to kind of zone out the Beastmaster, who is still level 1, but does have a lot of experience. So a little bit unfortunate there that he's been able to get some experience. I mean, granted, I think your Bat Rider is doing a little better. He's already up to level almost 3 and is out-leveling the Sven, so not able to keep him pushed back. Leshrak's trying, but, you know, I mean, it's just so hard to do that against a Bat Rider. Just such a strong hero, able to handle this solo lane really easily, just with his innate tankiness as well as his very annoying napalm stacks. Just going to drop 2 stacks on Leshrak like it's absolutely nothing, and then Leshrak can't come back and trade hits because he's got too many napalm stacks. It's taking too much damage. Mid lane, we're continuing to see Viper doing pretty freaking well. He's really outlaning this Disruptor, although he hasn't been able to do a significant amount of harass. He's really been able to just outlast hit because of that Nether Toxin bonus damage. We will see that PN, now that PN has his bottle, it could go a little bit more towards the other direction. I mean, that bottle regen will help him be a lot more efficient in terms of harassing with Thunderstrike, and it will also keep him up in terms of HP as he takes damage from Viper harass. Viper, of course, doing a smart thing here when he's taking that, when he's getting hit by the Thunderstrike. What he's doing is he's coming forward up near the creep wave because the Thunderstrike is actually an AoE, and so when it's close to the when he stands close to his own creeps with Thunderstrike on top of him, he actually is damaging his own. He's allowing that Thunderstrike to damage his own creeps, and it's forcing the lane to push back. So as you see, this lane is actually going to push up onto the top lane, and that's going to give Viper a pretty strong amount of continued lane control. We do see though that in terms of farming, that Bat Rider is doing a pretty good job of slowing down the Sven and really reducing his farm. He has a good 5 last hits right now behind the Lifestealer. And Bat Rider, of course, is also all the way up to level 4 pretty much as soon as he gets another couple creeps, so definitely doing pretty well. Sven farming, but not as efficiently as the Lifestealer. We see that this... Oh man, this Beastmaster could be in trouble. This could be your first blood. There's a Malefice as well as a Gush, possibly a little early on the Gush there, but it won't matter. That's a very dead Beastmaster. K-Quan takes the last hit there, up to 700 gold, so that might be enough for a very quick Arcane Boots if he's able to get a little bit more farm by pulling, except he can't pull because they haven't figured out this ward yet. Penguin's having a pretty good time in the jungle as well. I think he's got his Soul Ring coming to him on the courier right now, so he'll be able to make those Eidolons, and probably they'll be able to push this bottom tower pretty early on with those Enigma Eidolons, as well as Anchor Smash, which is pretty good for clearing creep waves. I mean, Lifestealer's not the best early tower pusher. If they had like a Leshrac here instead of that Tidehunter, it'd probably be a little easier, but it's possible. Top lane here, we see that the Leshrac is already going up and pushing this tower. Like I said, very strong, capable pushing hero. He's backing up so that only the tower is in that AoE for the Diabolic Edict, meaning that the damage doesn't get split up between the creeps. However, now that the creeps are back towards the tower, though, it means that Batrider is going to have a bit easier time getting experience and getting a couple last hits, so that might mean that he's able to get that level 6 up. Oh no, we're going to see it go here. We see Batrider gets picked up, stunned, 2 stuns down. I don't think he's going to make it out here. No, he will not. Sven gets that kill. Sven takes a lot of damage, though. He's going to have to back off. Does use his wand. Of course, Magic Wand, the bane of that Batrider. Just every time he casts Napalm, you get another magic stick charge, and it just is so much heal because of how many times he uses his Napalm. Man, Lifestealer's really getting ahead in terms of last hits. It's already up 10 last hits over the Sven, just really making more use of his farms. This Sven has treads, but Lifestealer's got treads, an Orb of Venom, and another 600 gold in the bank, so definitely doing pretty well over here. I'm guessing he's probably going to go for an Armlet first. Makes sense. He doesn't really need anything else beyond that. He could go for a Midas if he wants to really stay ahead in terms of farm. But it's a little iffy because you also know that your Doombringer over there is just going to be AFK farming a Midas. I mean, that's really just what Doombringer does, I guess. I don't know. Looks like we see a go in the mid lane with the Enigma rotating in. Unfortunately, that kinetic field does not catch the Viper. Lifestealer gets another kill against Beastmaster. That's 2 kills going That's his first kill, also got an assist, so he's pretty high in terms of level right now, already up to 900 gold as well, so he'll be getting that Armlet in the near future. In the meantime, this top tower goes down, falls to the Sven and Leshrac. Looks like they're going to rotate towards the mid lane. Double damage Sven is pretty scary. Oh no, Pian's going to get caught out here, doesn't see him in time, he's going to get stunned up. Follow-up stun coming from the Leshrac. Oh, there's the Disruptor ultimate, not going to be enough to save himself. Not able to get away. He is going to do a heck of a lot of damage to these two. And I mean, those spells are low cooldowns, so he might as well drop them, right? I mean, it's much better to drop that Sven to half health so we can't do any more damage with that double damage rune. Viper's going to stay in the mid lane, continue to farm. He's got treads up instead of going for the more traditional phase boots. And also he's got a magic wand up as well, so an insane farm in 7 minutes. Lifestealer getting another kill on the bottom lane, just taking out that Beastmaster. 2 kills up on this Lifestealer already. 4 heroes now on the bottom lane from the Dire. Looks like the Disruptor has rotated down here, so they're probably going to try and push this lane with Enigma Eidolons as well as just brute force. Ravage is not up. Tidehunter's only level 4, and Black Hole is up. He's level 7, excuse me. So you've got 2 pretty big ultimates there, the Disruptor as well as the Black Hole. That's plenty of damage. Oh no, Beastmaster thinks better of that teleport. That's pretty scary, because you've also got, keep in mind that you've got a glimpse here to send him back, or he just get destroyed really quickly by all of these people who are here to bring him down pretty quickly. So I don't think this tower has any hope of staying alive. Not even wasting a glyph. They're just going to let this tower fall while they try to get a trade. Viper doing some damage to the tower on the mid lane. Sven getting some farm on the top lane as well. He's rushing his BKB. Already has that Ogre Club, and he's sitting about, what is that, like 1,700 gold away now from a BKB. No, 2,700 gold. Excuse me, wrong number. Lifestealer, though, getting a lot of farm. He's now only 400 gold shy of an Armlet Treads at 9 minutes in. That's just absolutely amazing farm on his part. He's going ahead and rotating into the jungle after taking that tower. He's going to go ahead and use this to get him probably all the way up to that Armlet, and then probably go and roam, jump into the Batrider, and do some Nakes bombing. Seeing Sven going ahead and pushing this bottom lane, taking a couple of unnecessary tower shots. Here comes the TPs, though. They've got to back out. Sven, you're running the wrong way. Tries to TP out. Drop a Ravage if you have it. Nothing. The glimpse is timed right. Catches him coming back on the teleport. This Sven is not long for life. Taking a lot of damage. He's going to stun and try to bring down the Disruptor. He's not going to get it, though. Tidehunter ends his killing spree. And that's an important kill. Dropping that Sven is going to slow down his BKB and mean that this Lifestealer now has a lot more room to work. He's finished his Armlet as soon as he gets another, like, 2 creep kills. Actually, probably he's going to kill the boar here. Get that gold. Get the Hawk too. Just free gold. Come on, man. Don't feed your summons. It's a bad idea. Come on, Beastmaster. Get with the program. Yeah, he just gave him an armlet there. See, in the mid lane, we're going to see possibly Tidehunter could be in a little bit of trouble. Invisible Viper's going to go in and ult. Unfortunately, that ult's going to get dispelled once Kraken Shell procs. Might be enough to save Tidehunter's life. No, not quite enough. Just too much Nether Toxin damage. Max Nether Toxin. Oh! Glimpse back onto the last track. Just does not quite get the proc from the kinetic field. He's low, but not quite low enough. Static comes forward. He's got the black hole. You need to get the rest of the team into position, and you need to get that Tidehunter in because he needs to get... Oh, I guess he needs to get the rest of his experience for that Ravage. See, Batrider is up to level 6, so he's got a lasso as well. So tons of team fight damage here coming from the Radiant as they strive to defend their towers and keep themselves some breathing room while Lifestealer gets some farm up. Lifestealer, again, already has that armlet. It's probably coming to him on the courier right now. Yes, it is. As well as another pair of boots. Yes, I guess he needs a second pair. It's important. Actually, those boots are for the Enigma, who doesn't have any yet. He's also going for a very quick mechanism, so he might even have it. Is that... No, that does not quite have the mechanism yet. He's going to have it, though, at 12 minutes, and that could be pretty crucial in these mid-game team fights, which are looking like they pretty heavily favor the Radiant side. We're going to see aggressive ward place, and it looks like they want to push. They've got their Sven, no BKB yet, but he's got God Strength, and we also have a pretty strong-looking Viper sitting at level 9 with a Ring of Health. Looks like he's going for an early Vanguard. Keep himself alive. We hear more teleports coming in. Looks like Lifestealer has joined the party, and push might go the way of the Radiant. Now Sven's rotated up to the top lane. Doom's gone back into the jungle. I don't know if they can hold this tier 1 mid tower. Could very easily go down. Batrider's going to come forward, try and catch out that Viper. Doesn't get him. It's alright. He'll be able to at least zone him out and ensure that this tower falls to the Radiant. It's going to go down. Lifestealer getting the last hit there, so his farm is pretty exaggerated. If you go ahead and take a look at his gold per minute, he's sitting a good 120 GPM ahead of that Sven. And he's already got another 1100 gold up. There goes the open wounds. Glimpse back into the Viper. He's locked down. Lasso up on him. Roar goes down, though, catching up the Lifestealer in his rage. Not able to damage. There's the Disruptor ultimate, but it doesn't catch anyone. There's no Ravage yet. No Black Hole has been used. Looks like Doom might fall here. One last right click. Yep, Enigma gets it with an Eidolon. Batrider was doomed in this process, but he survives. Has the regen to recover from it. And this could be a tier 2 tower with Doom down. No, Viper comes back in, and Sven is actually just staying on the bottom lane. Continues to push. Batrider stuck up on this top. Stuck up on the cliff. Got doomed up. There's a kinetic field preventing the chase, but Lifestealer wants to go in. He's going to pick off the Viper. No, Disruptor gets the last hit. Here goes Leshrac as well. Killing spree for the Lifestealer. 2 kills already. Glimpse back onto the Beastmaster. Can they pick him off? No, probably not. Too far behind the tower and not enough creeps. They'll have to back off here as Sven continues to pressure their tier 2 tower on the top lane. Looks like they're going to go ahead and pop that fortification. Try and slow him down a little. God's Strength will run out, so he may not be able to get this tower. He's going to try his damnedest, though. Looks like we're going to have a Tidehunter rotating in with a Ravage and the mana to use it. If he had a little bit of backup, yeah, here comes Enigma also with a Black Hole. I think that might be enough to kill this Sven. Go ahead, Ravage, just do it. Doesn't even need it. Picks him off. Sven probably misplaying there. Overstayed is welcome by a good bit, and the tower now goes to Enigma, so very strong play coming from Turn of Fate at the beginning of this game. They're sitting at a good 3,000 gold lead as well as 2,000 experience lead this early in the game, and your Lifestealer's getting just a bunch of farm. 2,000 gold already, possibly going for that Basher again, like I've said he's done in the past couple of games. Could go also for a couple other items. Drum might not be a bad idea, and you've also got your go rush a Hyperstone, always not a bad thing to do on a Lifestealer, and you've always got the option of going back into a Midas to continue your farm. In the meantime, we haven't really seen much of Doombringer except that he fell the one time. He's actually not going for the Midas. Instead, he's gone for an early Mechanism as well as an ROB. That's giving him a lot more armor, since this game is not after the recent patch. This is, I think, 6.76 parity here in this replay, so no, Doom does not have too much armor. He starts out with 0. He's gotten 1 because he's got shitty agility gain. Only got a bare little amount of armor coming from the Buckler as well as the Basilius Aura. Will allow him to jungle a little bit more efficiently. He's got himself a Wolf, so he's doing a little bit more damage. Got that 30% bonus damage as well as critical strike, so that's going to allow him to jungle a little bit more efficiently. And also, of course, Devour, keeping him got a pretty solid gold per minute, actually. Not doing too well. Let's go ahead and take a look at net worth. No, it's not net worth. Or where's net worth? Here's net worth. Nice shield, of course, on the top, but Doom is not too far behind, actually, any of the carries, so doing pretty well. Probably looking after he gets that mechanism to go into a more damage-based item. Gonna see down on the bottom lane, Leshrac is doing a warding. He's gonna get caught out, glimpsed back into a kinetic field, and also gets lassoed. So going ahead and dropping all of the spells on him. Giggles rotates in just for the last hit. You know, might as well steal that one. He's the carry. Just get that gold. No big deal. That doesn't matter. See the what is this? Is this a hawk? It's a warlock golem apparently. It's a hawk. Claims to be a golem though. Doesn't look like a golem. Just getting some vision. Oh no! They just smoked right under the hawk, so the Briar know exactly what's coming. Beastmaster and Viper are going to back off, as is the Sven on the bottom lane. This could still work out for the Radiant, as this is forcing everyone back, and it will allow them to rotate straight up into the jungle, actually. Passing under the tower, possibly getting seen here again. And Enigma Eidolon's not able to keep up. Enigma really falling behind since he's not even got an upgraded boots yet. We're going to see, they're going to find Doom in the jungle, not back far enough. Doom's going to fall as well. Mega kill up on the Lifestealer, 10-4 now is the kill score. Enigma's going to go ahead, pick off a couple creeps in the jungle, and head up towards that top tier 1 tower, which looks like it will fall. Trade's going to go down, though, because Sven's going to be able to push this bottom tower pretty quickly on his own. He's really had his BKB slowed down. Despite having an early killing spree in lane, he's just not able to get any more kills afterwards, and he's been falling quite a couple times in his attempts to take that top tier 2 tower. Doesn't have his BKB yet, although it looked like he would get it earlier than this. This top tower will fall pretty quickly here. Gonna get creeps are getting brought down, and we've got some no Eidolons actually at the moment on cooldown. They'll get brought up pretty soon. And so actually almost getting 2 towers there for the price of 1. See a TP back in from the Bat Rider trying to pick off this Sven in the jungle by himself. Has a lasso, not afraid to use it. He's actually gonna get stunned up. Can he get into position? The rest of the Dire team is there. This could go very badly for this Bat Rider. All of a sudden, he's continuing to chase the Sven, but he's going to get turned around on himself. He's going to go ahead and run away. Firefly runs out, so he's in trouble. He's going to take some damage, but here comes the rest of the Radiant team on the left side. Probably going to pick off the Beastmaster if they can get it. No. We see a big position here. We could possibly get a black hole, but no. Roar goes down on the Enigma, and he's going to get immediately bursted down. Doomed as well. Tide needs to get off a Ravage. No, it's on cooldown. Was already used. Looks like Giggles is going to town, though. Already picks off the Sven as well as the Leshrac. Beastmaster falls on the left side, and Viper goes down as well. Double kill onto the Lifestealer. Now he's rotating forward. Gonna take out the Doom as well. Triple kill, monster kill up on him. And he's got his finished Basher, so looking very powerful. You can see he's got double the net worth that Sven has right now. So this game is looking very good for Turn of Fate. All they really got to do is come forward, and off this kills, I think they can definitely breach a tier 2 tower here, even without Enigma. Keep in mind, the Black Hole was not even used in that fight, and that Disruptor's ultimate has a very short cooldown, so despite kind of relying on big teamfight ultimates, those teamfight ultimates are up pretty frequently with a Black Hole and a Ravage. You don't have to use them both every fight. That Ravage was enough to win that fight with only 1 loss, and now it looks like the Radiant will just be able to push. No, they're not. They're actually back off. The Lifestealer's gone back into the jungle, looking to get some more farm up and stay ahead. I think possibly a Heaven's Halberd would be a really good item choice in this game for Lifestealer. It gives them tankiness against a very heavily physical damage-based lineup. He's also got the option, of course, of going into a standard Assault Cuirass or the Mjolnir, whichever one he wants to build, give himself some more attack speed and proc more of those bashes, but I really think Heaven's Halberd would be a really good item in this game. We see Disruptor using an Illusion Rune to scout out, seeing the Leshrac and seeing a couple heroes mid, who are possibly looking to try and a tier 2 push, probably just trying to get some farm while the Radiant don't have as much map control up. See Disruptor pushing with an Illusion as well onto the top lane. Just keeping the pressure up, forcing the Dire back into their own half of the map where they're not really safe. As you can see, creep waves are pretty far pushed forward all around the map. And this means that the Dire really, they can't safely farm the jungle. Doom's trying to farm that top lane, but he could be in trouble. We see the Radiant rotating up through the top lane, trying to catch him out. We'll not see him. He's going to go back into the trees and teleport out there to safety. However, this is not going to stop a kill. In the meantime, Giggles McMuffin is in trouble on the bottom lane. He's going to fall right now to one last Viper right-click, toggling the armlet, trying to get out, but it's not going to be enough. Just too much. No, he's going to try to get out. Can he rage TP is the question. No, not going to be enough. Viper gets the streak-killing gold. That's 600 gold right there, going the way of Viper, as well as a lot of experience. you can see that because Lifestealer was such a high level, he's given a ton of levels now to the Dire team as a result. This tower is going to drop pretty quickly. Glyph is not going to be wasted here, probably going to be spent on the tier 2 if the Dire continue to push. So it looks like these teams are pretty content to trade right now. Radiant, the Turn of Fate seem pretty okay with taking this top tier 2 tower. They ought to be able to push it quickly enough and get back to defend their own tower. They have a Glyph, but also Dire have a Glyph too, so this could become a pretty solid trade for the Dire team, picking up 2 towers. We're gonna see we're gonna wait to see an edict used by the Leshrac to drop this tower really quickly. Fortification gets dropped for both teams, so probably 2 towers are gonna fall about the same time. So trade is gonna be pretty. Yeah, tower falls. Dire gets the tower a little bit earlier. Enigma takes that top tower a split second afterwards. And now it looks like the Rack's defense are going in full force as Dire don't seem like they want to back up. No, they are going to back up. Can we catch anybody on the back foot? They're sticking around probably too long. Here comes the rest of the Radiant team with their big scary team fight. No, they're rotating mid lane. Going to try to take out that tier 2 mid tower while 2 of the Radiant heroes are still up on the top lane. These guys need to TP back right now and take this fight because they really can't let GPM get this. They're really just allowing this very strong comeback. There's a second tier 2 tower. Glimpse back on the Viper. He's caught out. There's a lasso on top of him as well. Disruptor ultimate, not really catching anyone. Viper's low. Can he get brought down? He's trying to get away. He's pretty quick. No, he's not going to. Flamebreak's going to knock him back. He's going to fall to the Lifestealer. Looks like the rest of the team will get out, but that's the highest level hero and probably the biggest bounty, most important one. Sven, of course, a little bit farther behind at this point. Doesn't even, probably only just finished the BKB. Yeah, there it is, up, as well as a Morbid Mask, so starting to pick up his Mask of Madness. He's starting to get big. And now with that kill, it looks like the Radiant wants to push as well, probably take a tier 2 mid of their own. They didn't have to use any ultimates in that fight, so no, they're going to rotate towards top. They could probably take that as well. That's a little bit more pushed out. They're probably going to kill this creep wave and then roll top, or they can just go mid. Doesn't really make a difference. They'll probably be able to take this tower very quickly, and I don't think that Dire will be able to defend this mid tower, just sitting very low. It's going to get dropped extremely quickly with idle on right-click damage, as well as just a ton of right-click here. Oh, there's a Naked Gravel coming through here. We're going to see top tower is down. So we do see here that the Radiant have got themselves quite a bit of map control. They really need to push out this bottom lane. They're going to rotate over in that direction. They're up by 10 kills, and they've got a very farmed Lifestealer. He's got a Hyperstone now, so he's going to proc all kinds of bashes. Probably after that, no, they look like they're going to go into the Roche Pit. They might be able to take this. Hawk is going to scout them out. Actually, it's the level 1 Hawk. That doesn't even have vision of this. No, it's full of Hawk. Oh, no. The Bat Rider comes up, tries to take out the Hawk, not quite capable, but Lifestealer is going to go into the Roche Pit, and I do not think that Dire are going to be able to counter this Roche. I mean, they're going to come toward it and give it a try their damnedest, but I mean, you've got a Black Hole, you've got a Ravage. No, Radiant are going to back off. They really don't want to get caught in that Roche Pit, I guess. I mean, you've got Doom. You've also got that Sven stun, but I mean, the Radiant are such a higher ability to team fight. I mean, you've got the Disruptor, all that would catch everyone. Looks like Sven's going to be farming these Ancients, taking a bunch of damage in the process, but he's going to be able. There's a stack, not a single stack. No, here comes the Radiant. Sven's low. This could be bad. He's going to get glimpsed back. He'll probably get brought down immediately. Pops the BKB, but he gets bashed. Not able. He's going to stay alive for a little bit. Ravage hits absolutely everyone. There's Enigma gets a kill. Black Hole on top of 2 as well. This is looking to be a team wipe. Sven comes and stuns on 4. Actually, it's a huge Sven stun. Not going to be enough. Buyback on the Beastmaster, but here comes Sven. Is going to drop here. No chance of survival. Lifestealer gets a kill on him. Viper's alive, but he's actually getting chased by a very, very brave Bat Rider. And instead, looks like there's going to be a kill here on this tower. Tower will fall, and these guys should just go. No, they're not going to go for the racks. Instead, they're going to rotate back into the Roche Pit now and take that out. Sven dead for 25 seconds. That's more than enough with Gush to drop some armor. That's more. It's going to be more than enough time for this Lifestealer to go to town on Roshan. All the ultimates are down though. Dire can make another attempt at winning this fight, but it's going to have to be a last-ditch effort. Lifestealer just beating away at this Roshan. He's going to be able to probably kill it pretty quickly. Looks like he's going for the Assault Cuirass. Has the plate mail up on the hero. See Roshan with his spell block staying alive for a pretty long time. Here comes Beastmaster trying to come in, but he's going to get caught in a kinetic field. Gush goes down on him. Death Pulse as well, doing a bunch of damage. He's going to get knocked back. Can he get brought down is the question. Blink forward from the Bat Rider. That low cooldown lasso doing a bunch of work. Looks like Beastmaster will be the first to fall here. He's going down, but looks like Sven's coming in. BKB Light doing a bunch of work. He's going to bring down Doom on the Lifestealer. He gets brought down by Sven, and Viper kills the Tidehunter as well. Enigma's going to fall second one. Static Storm doing work. That actually might bring down the Leshrac. No, not quite enough damage. And now it looks like Dire might be able to go in. That's a big fight to win. None of the ultimates were up, and now it looks like they'll be able to go in and take this Roshan fight. Oh no, PN gets the kill on Leshrac. Does finish him off. Cheeky move there. Came back in for that. Now, Roshan should be able to fall pretty quickly to these guys, and that will be enough gold, first of all, for Sven to get his Mask of Madness as well as an Aegis, and that will give him the ability to push, because right now, the Dire creeps are actually pushing pretty far out away from their base, all the way up to the gates of the Radiant Empire, so to speak. And Becker's gonna come get some farm. He's already got a Blink Dagger as well as a very low cooldown on that lasso. Means this defense. I mean, at the same time, even though I think gold graph XP is still 7,500 in favor of the Radiant, and gold is still 5,000. There's a big dip, but they're still definitely ahead of this game. That Aegis is gonna be it's gonna be helpful. And of course it gives Sven his Mask of Madness, but he's not big by any means, whereas this Lifestealer is definitely big. 1,300 gold, as well as an Armlet, a Basher, and a Hyperstone just means he's doing so much damage in these team fights. Going to go to work. Ton of creeps here. This is a lot of farm for him. Just look how quickly he attacks, and he doesn't even have Rage on. I mean, he's pretty scary. Tidehunter gets a Blink Dagger as well, so that's an even better initiation. His ultimate is up, and Enigma's ultimate will be up in the very near future. And I think with that, even though Sven has an Aegis, these guys can push, and push pretty darn effectively too. You're just gonna need. I think the fact that the Dire are low level is actually helping them right now, because despite the fact that Radiant can win a team fight, the Dire aren't actually high enough level to stay dead long enough for the Radiant to capitalize on it. Like, they just weren't dead long enough for Lifestealer to go and finish the Roshan. That's kind of unfortunate. We're going to see a smoke up here by the Radiant. They're just going to chill near this Lifestealer, possibly trying to bait this out, bait the Dire into attacking. Well, Lifestealer's not really far enough forward for this. Lifestealer, once he gets a little further, this will probably work out a little bit better. Radiant, of course, that smoke's going to run out pretty soon. They're just going to have to stay back and hope that they can use this bait to maybe get a kill or two and allow them then with that pickoff to move up into a position where they can take a Rax. I mean, it's really what they need. They need to get a Rax and stop, because, I mean, the Dire definitely have late game. You've got a Doombringer who's getting pretty freaking big, building up toward an Assault Cuirass. You've got a Viper who looks like he's going for an Aghanim Scepter. Definitely a good pickup here. He's got a Pipe as well, so it didn't actually go for the Vanguard. Went for a Pipe. And that Ag Stick is going to give him a 10-second CD 12-second CD ultimate with a lower mana cost and a higher, not higher damage, but just you can spam that so much in team fights. It's a lot of damage over time. Cephas is going to come forward here as Bat Rider. Looks like they're going to go ahead and try and push this middle lane. They've kind of committed to it. You've got Giggles in there. I think they should probably. They can rotate them to the jungle, get a pick off. They're going to scout it out. Bat Rider, of course, the designated scout, as the most mobile. Blink Force is about as much mobility as any one hero needs ever. Unless you're Anti-Mage, then you build Blink Force on him, and you've got all of the mobility. But that's neither here nor there. At any rate, you see is this going to be a for serious tier 4 push? Bat Rider trying to knock somebody down, doesn't get lucky there. He can blink forward and pick off a Viper. That's going to be pretty important. Ward gets placed up there. It's too close to the tower. Will get brought down. It needs to be a little bit closer down here is a better position. But it's alright. Had vision for a second. I mean, it counts. Got creeps up on the high ground now, so vision is gained. Bat Rider's going to have to blink in and pick somebody off. That's what really needs to happen here. Second ward gets placed, and this one actually is in a position where it can't get brought down by tower invisibility. So this means that Bat Rider is gonna have all of the vision he needs to get up onto the high ground and bring someone down. Beastmaster's getting close. No, Bat Rider not able to blink in. No, here he goes. There's the blink. He's actually gonna catch out the Sven. Tide blinks in as well for a massive ravage, but it's looking a little disorganized right now. No one hero's really getting focused. Tidehunter will bring down the Leshrac, Lifestealer will bring down the Viper, and now it looks like the Beastmaster's going down as well. Glimpse back onto the Doombringer as Enigma's trying to stay alive in order to get a Black Hole off. Yeah, he will survive. Doesn't have that black hole up yet. Sven's coming forward. Big right clicks from him. Leshrac is brought back. And it looks like the Radiant are actually going to lose this fight. This is a team wipe. The buyback, too strong, man. Sven bought back, I think, in that process. Did he die? No, he didn't. He just got a triple kill. Just because he's freaking Sven. Not OP at all. And it was just really just a disorganized fight from the Radiant. They popped they popped a bunch of ultimates at the same time. Didn't really focus anyone, although they killed quite a few people. Just really weren't able to do enough. They weren't able to kill enough Dire heroes really to make that work. Didn't even take the tower. Tower very healthy, in fact. And Radiant will slowly be reviving. Didn't able to get a black hole off either. Doombringer being absolutely effective in keeping that Enigma down and preventing his black holes. See a knockback from the Batrider to slow things down a little bit. Gush. But Sven's just going to stun and keep right-clicking. Tide blinks in, trying to get a quick kill off on the Sven. He's going to get glimpsed back, actually. This could be very bad. Sven's going to BKB. Is it going to be enough? He's TPing. Like, use a black hole to cancel that TP. No. Is it necessary? Batrider finishes him off. Used, I think, a lasso there to cancel that TP. Excellent use of the ultimate there. And that's exactly what you need. You have to keep him... Oh, first hit bash. That's it. He goes like, yep, that's me. Sven, of course, down, and no longer with buyback. I think I should check that. Nope, that's not buyback. Here's buyback. You know, Sven does have the buyback, as does the Lifestealer. And Viper, in fact, blink forward from the Tide. Not going to be enough. See, Tide's Ravage is cooling down. Only 30 seconds on that one. It's the only ultimate that's really lacking. Sven buys back. Now here comes the second Rax push. If this goes badly, again, I don't know if the Radiant are going to be able to get back, because as you can see, the gold chart is dipping pretty dangerously towards the Dire. Right clicks are going down on the tower, trying to bring it down faster, not even bothering with the team fight. Dire can't come in because there's a big black hole threat. There's a kinetic field slowing people down, as well as the static storm, actually. They're going to go ahead and drop these ultimates. Enigma comes forward, not able to black hole, can't find the positioning. There's a Ravage, though. That's going to be enough. Lifestealer kills Viper. Roar going down onto the Enigma. He also gets doomed, so he gets dropped again. No black hole for a second time. Lifestealer not able to do enough damage because people are dying. Buybacks all over the place. Lifestealer falls as well. Disruptor trying to run away. He's going to force himself up onto the high ground. TP out. Might be able to get away here. Yeah, he will make it out, the lone survivor. And that's, again, another fight where it's just that black hole, unable to get the black hole off just because of Doom. Again, that Doom doing so much work to keep this Enigma down. This is absolutely crucial to this team fight. And mass buybacks from the Dire in their own base. It's just so hard to go uphill despite having as much team fight as they do. The Radiant just aren't able to get that, to breach that high ground. And now, look at it, only a 2,500 gold lead and almost nil experience lead, which at this point of the game is basically nothing. PN is forced to defend the base by himself. Kinetic Field is the best he can do for now. Kills the Hawk with a Thunder Strike. I mean, you probably could just use the Thunder Strike on the creeps and kill the Hawk with the right clicks, but I mean, not a big deal. I've heard a glimpse on somebody. I don't know who it was or what exactly happened there. Anyway, you see this defense will be successful. We see a flying pig. No, apparently that's a Scout Hawk. Never mind. Whatever. I'm just not going to ask questions. Rax is defended successfully by the Radiant. I mean, at the same time that the Radiant are having a hard time breaching the Dire Rax. The Dire are going to have a harder time breaching the Radiant Rax. They're probably going to need to get another Aegis on the Sven. Going to wait for that Roche to time out in about another 2-3 minutes here. Sven, however, is getting pretty big and scary. He's getting pretty close to crits. Might be in trouble, though. Here comes the Radiant trying to catch somebody out. Viper's going to TP out to safety. And that's going to be it for any engagement that was going to happen there. Sven will be able to get out as well. He has the BKB TP, if nothing else. Of course, the BKB is down to a 5-second charge, but I think it's all he needs. Really, there's not too much threat. In the meantime, top lane is pushing out. Although Dire have currently doing an extremely good job of keeping their lanes pushed out. I mean, Giggles was farmed, but we take a look at net worth now. Where is it? Here it is. I mean, he still has a lead. Is the most farmed hero on the map. Let's go and take a look at his items. Has he gotten any new items? He does. He's got an AC as well as an Invasion Talisman. So he may actually be going for that Halberd I talked about before. I don't think he's going for a Butterfly. Butterfly is an option on Nyx. I mean, it'll give him some armor. But I think a Halberd would be enough and would be more directly useful. I mean, the slow is just pretty freaking good item on him. He's already got the bash, and in addition to the slow, he would just have a ton of lockdown that all goes through BKB. I think main goes through BKB. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to look into that. We're gonna have to see what he decides to build. He's got 800 gold in the bank, not too much. Let's see, I see someone's building a BKB. I think that's Enigma. Go ahead and take a look at items really quickly here. We're going to see that Ghost Scepter is up on the Disruptor. You got Arcane Blink on the Tide. I think that's been had for a while. On the Sphin, you've got your Massive Madness, and close to a Daedalus. He's about 1,400 gold shy of that right now, which will come pretty quickly. Doom's up to an Assault Cuirass, so he's also farmed pretty well and is looking pretty scary. He's probably got that crit still from the Wolves. Yeah, he does have the Wolf crit, so that's also giving Sven even more damage as if he needed it. Viper is still sitting on, Viper, of course, still working towards that Aghanim Scepter. He's pretty far back from it. Not really close to it right now. Still 1,700 gold shy of that one. Beastmaster also getting a Aghanim Scepter, shy of that one as well. And your Leshrek's got an Arcane as well as an Urn, and looking like he's building a BKB. So not too shabby items on either team. Both teams pretty farmed. I mean, we're already 40 minutes into the game, so this is getting pretty intense. See, both teams gathering around the Roche. Radiant trying to get it in, but the rest of the Dire are smoked up on the Radiant high ground. Hawk going to go in and scout this out. That Hawk's going to get brought down pretty quickly, but now the Dire know they're here. Comes the Dire Death Ball. Sven's already BKB. That might have been a bit early. Big Ravage is going to catch everyone except for the Sven. And oh no, Enigma's going to get brought down again. This is the third fight. No, he does get the Black Hole off barely, but it's not going to be enough. Lifestealer kills the Beastmaster, but Enigma falls immediately. Enigma actually gets a kill on Leshrac, so 2 kills already for the Radiant. Doom up on the Disruptor, and it looks like Sven will fall. Big fight for the Radiant so far. Doombringer trying to do work, going on the Lifestealer, but will fall, but Viper gets the kill on Lifestealer. Now Viper trying to clean up the rest of this fight. Only Radiant support heroes left, and he's trying to make his way through the Batrider and the Disruptor. Disruptor TP's out to safety, and now Batrider will make it out safely. So I think Viper actually comes out on top of that fight, as he now practically has enough gold for his Aghanim Scepter. Unless that's going to be a BKB, not really sure. And he just got a bunch of golden levels. He's now level 16 up to his level 3 ultimate. I mean, that was just a crazy fight all over the place. Enigma finally gets off a Black Hole on 2, which really helped, but I mean, it just wasn't enough. Radiant are just not able to do enough damage. I mean, they finally brought down the Sven, but it took them a very long time. He got a lot of damage done before he died. And Doombringer also is just, he's so freaking tanky. Doesn't even have an upgraded boots. He's got an Assault Cuirass and a mech, but just plain boots. No big deal. Don't need boots. Boots are for noobs. We see Austin Pian is going ahead and continuing to farm up here. He's got a Force Staff as well as a Ghost Scepter now. Probably looking to get another utility-based item. Possibly, I mean, guessing it doesn't. He's probably not going to finish it into an E-Blade. There's no point in that. However, he could. Oh no, Leshrac could get glimpsed back. He will. Kinetic Field glimpse. Batrider blinks in. There's your Firefly and Lasso as well. This is a very dead Leshrac. Good pick off there by these guys. Now we got another Flying Boar rolling through here. I don't know, that's a little weird. So we're gonna go straight back into the Roche pit now. I don't know if this is the best idea. Leshrac is alive. Here comes Giggles though. They're gonna go for it. Dire are in position though, and you don't have a Black Hole. You don't have a Ravage. You do have the BKB up. You're going to see a big engagement here. Stun on 3. Huge Sven stun. And that's going to be 2 dead immediately. Enigma's low as well. Mech up to keep him alive. Right? Giggles McGuffin trying to right-click, but just outclassed too many right-clicks. He's actually going to infest the enemy Hawk. No, he's actually inside of this Scout Hawk. He's not a Scout Hawk. He's inside the Boar. So he's just going to kind of hide here. That was a team-wide massive Sven stun. And now I think the cheeky thing would be to send that back to base, I think. Yeah, looks like that's what he's going to do. No, he's just going to keep it right here. So Lifestealer's not going to be able to get out. They know where he is. He's going to go for it. Rage up. Can he make it out is the question. Probably should have Rage TP'd. Is there a Roar? No, Roar's on cooldown. Doom is also on cooldown, so he could have Rage TP'd. Is he going to be able to make it out alive? There's a level death. He's getting low. It's getting iffy. This is rough. Sven is going to get the Aegis in the meantime here. I think Lifestealer will be able to make it out now. He's getting chased still. Axe's Rage goes into the forest. Is he going to be able to TP out? He's going to try. armlet toggle to keep himself alive. He will be able to make it out. Good play on his part, but I mean, it's not going to be enough. Sven's got an Aegis now, as you can see. Sven's getting... It's not that, like, Lifestealer is still on top of the farm game significantly. He's doing very well. He's a good 4,000 net worth. That's another item ahead of the Sven. But the problem is you've got that Sven with a massive net worth, you've got Doombringer with a massive net worth, and you've got Viper, so you can't focus any one of them and remove the majority of their damage. I mean, all of them are pretty tanky. Sven, Viper, and Doom, all innately tanky heroes. Viper is hard to bring down because of his corrosive skin, magic resistance, as well as a pretty high natural strength gain. Doom, of course, is just a tanky freaking hero with a massive HP gain and too much armor now. This is before the patch, not too much armor yet. And Sven, of course, a naturally tanky hero with a very strong life-stealing ability to keep himself alive that way. So, I mean, this is not, it's not like they can bring down any of these heroes easily, and even when they do finally manage to bring down one of these very tanky carries, you've got another two to deal with who are continuing to deal massive amounts of damage. So, like, as you saw earlier in team fights, they bring down the Sven, but they can't kill the Doom, and then they bring down the Sven and the Doombringer, but by that time, Viper's killed all of your supports, and probably also your carry. I mean, it's really a conundrum for the Radiant how they're going to be able to win these team fights, win these games. And Gold Graph, as you can see, is now dipped pretty sharply down towards the Dire. I mean, it's not too big of a lead at this time. 5,000 gold. As you can see, it's only it's a less than a 10% difference. And experience is also sitting 7,500 into the Dire favor. But again, that's only a 10% difference. If you look at levels, you see that it's pretty freaking even. Radiant supports are doing better than Dire supports, but Dire carries are doing better than Radiant carries. I mean, it's really come down to, I think, the fact that there's just not enough late game on this Radiant squad. Bat Riders, I mean, they've got Tidehunters becoming less effective as people finish up those BKBs. Viper will probably build one in the near future after this Ag Scepter, and unless he goes for Mantis-style or something like that. Sven, of course, with his BKB is able to completely ignore that Ravage, and Doom just tanky. Too tanky, doesn't care. He's actually built the Vlads now, as well as the Fades, so he's sitting with a lot of gold, as well as items, and so... I mean, it's gonna be a war of attrition, trying for the Dire to try and go uphill to take this, to take the Raxes. Going to be very difficult for them to do so. I mean, they're smoked up now, probably looking to get a pick off in the jungle. Sven going first, he's got that Aegis. I mean, there's a lot of auras on the Dire team as well. You've got your Beastmaster aura, as well as your Vlad aura, as well as your Assault Cuirass aura, as well as your Mechanism aura, and also your Alpha Wolf aura. So all of these heroes are pretty freaking buff right now. Going to see the Dire trying to find someone. Radiant also probably thinking about doing the same thing. I don't know if they have a smoke. Do we have to see smoke on the Radiant? Probably thinking about doing the same thing. Yeah, Enigma's got a smoke, but I mean, it's going to be the Dire who are smoking right now. Smoke has been popped. It's done. And now they're probably just going to look around for a Radiant hero to kill. They might just stay and fight it out. I don't know. Here comes, though. This is going to be the fight. I heard a glimpse back. Doom's going to get glimpsed back. He's in a kinetic field, shut down. Can Batrider blink up and get a lasso onto the low ground? No, he can't. Was unable to do so. Lasso him back. Down. Down. You need to go down. Don't kill him here. Alright, whatever. He's just going to fall. Doom is the first to fall. The rest of the Dire team will be forced to back off. That's a pretty big pickup. He's very strong carry. Pretty critical to the Dire team and his mechanism as well as his auras. Biter just picked himself up a Heaven's Halberd. That's going to help to shut down a lot of these right-click carries. Did Lifestealer finish off? Yeah, second Heaven's Halberd up on him. Probably going to finish up an Abysmal Blade next if he can get it. So with these two items, and with that pickoff, they're going to go ahead and smoke, try and head up to find a Dire pickoff. But no, Dire are just going to back off into their jungle into their base and wait for Doom to respawn. Unfortunately, that could be problematic because Sven's Aegis is about to time out, and that could be a pretty big loss if he's not able to make use of that Aegis for taking a Rax. It's going to make taking a Rax much more difficult for the Dire team. They're not able to find anyone in the jungle. They're just going to farm the jungle themselves, then possibly push some lanes out. I think would be the best option for them. Force the Dire back and get a little bit of map control up and allow themselves to really take care of all of these enemy heroes. If we could get maybe some bots up on some of these heroes, like I think Disruptor probably could pick up a bot right now, or maybe Sheepstick would be another good item for him as well. Enigma could definitely pick up some bots, and Batrider also. Any of those heroes with some bots would be really critical to maintaining map control, forcing the Dire to play a lot more conservatively, and preventing the amount of fun that they're able to get because you got a TP gank coming in at any time. You can see the push coming one last time. Sven denies the tower. I mean, it was going to go down anyway, and this is really a last-ditch effort from the Radiant, I feel, despite the fact that they've got a 10-kill lead. This is do or die, because I think after this point, the Dire carries are just going to be too farmed. Blink 4 from the Batrider, not able to get anyone, and he's going to get stunned up in result. He's going to take a lot of damage, get popped immediately. Blink in Ravage as well as Disruption. Black Hole's going to get immediately cancelled, and now there's 2 dead already. 3 now. Sven picking off everyone. There goes Tidehunter. Team wipe. These guys are going to stop down the mid lane now and take a Rax as soon as they can. And got plenty of damage, got plenty of pushing power. Waiting for that mechanism to cool down, heal back up the Beastmaster. Looks like Viper's going to roll up to the top lane and defend while the rest of the Dire team march in towards the Rax here in the mid lane. This question is, does anyone have buyback? Only the Disruptor, so no. A lot of people really low, not able to take out. This is going to be a very difficult defense for a solo Disruptor. He's high level. He's going to go ahead and do what he can. Ghost Scepter's going to keep him alive. He's a little cheeky, but I mean, immediately we see this Rax just melting. I think these guys should just skip trying to double Rax. Just go straight, start taking out those tier 4 towers while everyone's dead. No, they're going to go down to Rax. Glimpse back just to slow the Sven down. Slowing down as much as he can, being annoying, which is actually what a Disruptor is really good at doing. He's going to do his best here to slow people down as much as possible. Enigma comes in as well. This Rax is a goner, though. I don't know if it can be saved. There's no big ultimates up. You blink forward from the Batrider, not able to pick anybody off. He's actually going to get stunned up and brought down. Sven right-clicking too hard. Tidehunter finishes off the Leshrac, but that's it. 2 kills already. Everyone backing out. Lifestealer comes in, but he's just going to get stunned up and slowed down. Not able to do enough work. He's going to infest into the boar for a second time this game and try to stay alive. Where is he? Can I select him here? Yeah, he's going to go ahead and pop out, trying to get out, but no, not stunned before he can rage. He's going to fall, and I think that's game with him dead. I don't know if there's anything Radiant can do. Disruptor can continue trying to slow people down as much as possible, but it's going to be a bit of a futile attempt here. Enigma also, no black hole. Kinetic field. Some lightning just to be a little cute. Viper comes in using that ultimate. Glimpsed back. Might be able to keep Enigma alive for a little bit. Yeah, he's going to mech, keep himself up. But these tier 4 towers are going to drop, and the throne is going to go down. And I don't think there's anything Turn of Fate can do at this point. So, pretty much your game right here. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and checking it out. I've been very happy to bring this game to you. This has been the best of 3 match between GloryPushMid and Turn of Fate from Alienware Arena's Invitational Tournament. Dire victory. GPM taken and advanced through the tournament, so thanks for watching, guys. I'm happy to bring this to you. It's a lot of fun to cast, although you can tell I'm losing some voice here as the casting continues. If you check out Alienware Arena over at their website, alienwarearena.com, and please, if you like this video, like, subscribe, so I can continue bringing you guys some more cool content. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. This is Kingdom, signing out.